Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It is Friday, August 16th, 2013, and I'm your host, Leanne McAdoo. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight.
Tonight, Congress has a pang of conscience for backing Egyptian generals. Then, mainstream media gets banned from GOP debates. And WikiLeaks Assange backs Rand Paul. That's next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
And I'll tell you one thing, I've got every right to destroy the image of the so-called emperor, and I'll do it anytime I please. You understand that, you scumbag, New World Order filth?
Tonight's top story, Rand Paul slams Congress for funding Egypt's generals. He asked them, how does your conscience feel now? This is something that those who voted in Congress are going to have to live with. The question is, how does their conscience feel as they see photographs of tanks rolling over Egyptian civilians? Now, the official Egyptian death toll is at 638 and climbing, and the legislation that the Kentucky Libertarian was talking about was an amendment to suspend aid to Egypt until the country could participate in free and fair elections. His main point was that not only do we need that money here, but it's illegal to send aid to countries that were involved in a military coup. But nevertheless, Republicans and Democrats rejected it by an overwhelming 86-13 vote. Republican Senator John McCain said at the time, it would be a terrific mistake for the United States to send a message to Egypt that you're on your own. I urge my colleagues to vote to table the Paul Amendment. Earlier today, President Obama announced the cancellation of a joint U.S. military exercise with Egypt, but he did not cut off the $1.3 billion in military aid the U.S. provides to the country. Paul said that's too little, too late. The president of the Council on Foreign Relations said that this mindset that if you don't give people money and weapons, then you're not engaged, is bizarre. I want to engage with the world, I just don't want to be engaged in battle. For those who think more weapons is engaging us with the Egyptian people, ask an Egyptian. When you're protesting in the streets and you're run over by an American tank, you're not going to be appreciative of American engagement. During a live Q&A call with WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange earlier today, he praised Matt Drudge for breaking through the establishment media's censorship in the U.S., and he also heralded Ron Paul and the Libertarian Party as the only hope for the future of America. It is a result of the self-censorship of the establishment press in the U.S. that gave Matt Drudge such a platform, and of course, he should be applauded for breaking a lot of that censorship. The WikiLeaks founder then said, I'm a big admirer of Ron Paul and Rand Paul for their very principled positions in the U.S. Congress on a number of issues. Asked what he thought of the groundswell of support from young people for Ron and Rand, Assange noted that virtually every Democrat in Congress had been co-opted by the Obama administration or co-opted by D.C. social networks, while the establishment wing of the Republican Party was completely in bed with the war industry. Both parties had joined forces to adopt an approach that compromises the future of U.S. democracy. The libertarian aspect of the Republican Party is presently the only useful political voice in the U.S. Congress. It will be the driver that shifts the United States around. Now you can watch The Alex Jones Show live as it happens at Infowars.com/show.
You'll find links to all of our content there and a free 15-day trial for Prison Planet TV.
More than 60 movies and documentaries all in one place at Infowars.com/show.